Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Vicki and today I'll be making a birthday card using some products from Penny Black, Rubbernecker Stamps, who is now Brass and Bliss, and also Simon Says Stamp. So let's get started. I'm going to start the card by cutting a piece of white cardstock. It's just A2 size, using the Rubbernecker deckled edge die. And I'm going to kind of cut it at an angle because I'm going to emboss this once we get the cut done. So let's go ahead and die cut. Okay. A little snaggly won't matter. I'm going to run this piece through an embossing folder to cascade across the top of our card. And so let's get that ready. I'm using the Simon Says Stamp Kaleidoscope embossing folder. I've had this in my stash for a while, but I did look before I started recording this video, and it is still available on their website. I'm going to start off by just misting it with some water. Just a little bit. It doesn't take much because this is layering weight and not the 110. And let's see if I can do this without messing it up. That looks pretty good. I'm going to run it through my die cutting machine. And there we go. Love the Impress. I'm going to paste this panel to the actual card base by just adding some adhesive to the back with my ATG. This is one of those tools that I have to really concentrate on because it doesn't like me very much. It's still a little bit damp. I didn't mist it that much, but it is still a little bit damp, but the ATG should hold it pretty good. Okay, that looks good. So there we have it. I think I pressed a little hard on this edge. Probably should have let it dry, but it'll be okay. And I'm going to set this aside to completely dry. And next, I'm going to use some Simon Says Stamp glossy cardstock. Excuse the crinklings. And I'm going to cut the, I believe this one is the, let me look real quick. This is the Ascending die from Penny Black. And I'm going to try and see if this can be cut on this little piece of paper. Perfect. Get my scissors. I'm going to cut that off, throw it back in the package. And we're going to cut that one. And I'm also going to cut the Dignified die from Penny Black, but I'm going to use rose gold cardstock from Simon Says Stamp. Let's just see if we can't get this one on another script. No, yes. Oh, yes, okay. It's not gonna cooperate. Now it'll fit here. Okay, so we're gonna do that. And again, that is the rose gold metallic cardstock and 100-pound weight from Simon Says Stamp. I'm gonna get out the die cutting machine, put this on the plates. Let's see if we can get both of these cut the same pass. I'm not gonna risk it. Make 2 passes out of it. Okay, that is our first one. Careful with that one. She's so fragile. Beautiful, but fragile. And let's go ahead and cut this one. This magnet is serious. There we go. And run it through the die cutting machine. Okay. careful with these. They're so T9C. Very fragile, but usually I can get them out pretty good. That's good. Set that aside. For the last die cut, I'm just going to cut the Simon Says stamp, It's Your Birthday, and I'm going to actually cut it twice from cardstock, white cardstock. And then I'm going to cut it once out of the Simon Says stamp Rose Gold Metallic. Run that through the die cutting machine. Okay, so now let's glue the two stacked layers together, and then we will glue the rose gold one to the top of that. Okay, now let's bring back in the card base with that folder on embossing folder layer in the upper corner. What I had envisioned was probably doing something of this nature. I wanted to have the two different textures, or actually finishes, not necessarily textures. So I think we're gonna do something like that. But before I do that, I want to put some Fine-Tech pearlescent watercolor paint splatter. That's a mouthful. The Fine-Tech paints, and I'm gonna use the rose gold. Just gonna add some water to that so we can start frothing it up. Get a paintbrush here, and we'll start working this away from my friend. The Fine-Tech pearlescent paints, they've got a beautiful assortment of colors. I swatched them all out on the top here, and they're just really pretty. And I'm gonna add just a smidge more of water. Give that a little bit of mix. Bring in a piece of paper towel and see what we got going. And then we're just going to splatter this across the front. bit more. A lot of it you won't see because it'll be covered by the die cuts, but I think it adds a pretty touch. Set these out of the way. I'm going to carefully move this up here so we don't smudge it, and I'm going to clean up the splatter on my surface because I am the queen of getting your card base inky when you didn't mean to. Okay, that's good. I'm going to grab my Ranger heat tool and apply a little bit of heat to accelerate the drying time. That should be good. So now let's add the 2 die cuts that I made with the glossy cardstock from Simon and also the pretty rose gold one from Simon's cardstock. Let's put some glue on the back. And now let's place this one to the card front. Be very careful. Yeah, that works good. Excuse the Band-Aid. Gardening work is dangerous. Cutting back the roses. Set that under a block, and we'll start gluing the next one. Actually, this one, I think I'm gonna pop up some of the leaves on some foam squares. You can tell that I've done many already because it looks like a piñata on the edge. Scoot that up, and we'll bring this one in. This foam tape will also help it stick better to that embossed panel in the upper left-hand corner. Sometimes things struggle adhering with wet glue to a textured surface like that. I guess it's not really three-dimensional, or maybe it is. How many dimensions are there? Get this skinny one, put it here, and one more. Nope, missed one, /2. Okay, so I took all the backings off the foam tape. So let's bring in our card front and try to get this on the first pass because now things are getting real. Oh, it's touching. It's touching. We have contact. That looks really pretty with that glossy cardstock. And what I'll do is just add some glue to the backs of the overlapping pieces, including this little one that did not want to stick. And we'll just do this like so, if I can get this to work with me. There we go. And I like how these are kind of fluffed up on the edges. So let's just trim off the back pieces that are sticking outside the card edge. And as you can see, I got the back of the card. That's why I hate working on the actual card base. I will make a mess. And that's what we're working with now. Very pretty. So back to our sentiment. I kept the dots to the eye here so I wouldn't lose them. And let's put some glue on the back of the sentiment. Okay. Let's grab the T-square because I want to have this about here. That looks good. Lovely, lovely. Okay, and now to work on our eye. I'm gonna have to get all jiggy with it because those little buggers are small. And I have my Simon's embellishment wand to assist me with this surgical process. Let's do like that. I'll grab this one. One more. I've got the embossed tool on mine. I need to order the pierce one. This sometimes is just a little bit much for doing this, but I think that's going to be great. And for our last little bit, I think I'm going to add some pearls from Studio Katya. They're called Arctic Breeze. I didn't see that they were on sale or for sale at Simon Says Stamp anymore, because I've had these a little spell, but I did find a website and I linked it below the video of if you want these. Pretty much any white pearls would work, but yeah, I thought these looked the best when I trialed it on my mock card before going live. And let's see, let's put, I can only work a few at a time because then I forget where my glue went. Okay, that size is too heavy. No, don't smear. Be my friend. Lovely. I know, again, sorry about the finger with the Band-Aid. It's always something with me. I love these big ones. They're not loving me apparently, but I love them. They're so pretty. And let's see, we will put one here and here and here. It's a teeny one. Pop her there. And we'll see if we can get one of these bigger ones just to work with us. Because they're a little bit concave on the back side, I like to kind of push them down just a smidge. There, here, here, here. I said here. And let's see how that looks. I love these little tinies. So sweet. And pick another big one. Just put that little one right there. Any more? Oh, I do have one more. Let's put another baby. Not that I know their ages, but let's put a little baby one there. I think that's good. I tend to go overboard with my embellishments. You can never really go overboard. Pop these away. And let's see if I've missed any getting adhered. I think that's actually going to be pretty good. It's kind of hard to show the metallic, but I think that's precious. I have links to all the products I used in the description box below the video for your use in case you're interested. Thank you for spending time with me today. If you enjoyed what you saw, I'd really appreciate a thumbs up, and you can subscribe to my channel by hitting that subscribe button and click on the bell if you'd like to be notified of future videos. Until next time, happy making!